Good morning and happy Monday. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chump Change. This is live and recorded. For those of you that might be new here, what we typically do is go over crypto news or news in general in the space. I update myself, bring you guys along for the ride. Let's see who's in the house. Mr. Max Voltage. Haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for stopping by this morning. Mr. DJ Mines. Hopefully you're doing well. Steven Cicero. We got Leo Lustig. Dom G. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Squared Away Crypto, what's up, man? Iguana Bites, thanks for becoming a member of the channel. You're awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Let's see, Dom G. Who else is here? Black Hat Team, Chuck Danger, what's up, man? Good to see you. Kyle Rosa, my man, good to see you. All right, everybody else I may have missed, I apologize, but let's get into this. We got Bitcoin 58,863 bucks right now. We got Ethereum at 2305. Solana looks like 132 bucks. We got XRP at 57 cents. Near Protocol is actually under $4 today. Looks like a fire sale going on for that, and Kaspa looks like a little bit, right? $3.97 for Near. We got under 17 cents for Kaspa. The KRC-20 mainnet launched yesterday, and block rewards have been absolutely insane. They're actually still pretty decently high, but we'll check all that in a second. ICP is down about 5% today as well, $8.12 if anybody cares. ETC is at $17.80, almost $18. I mean, yeah, almost $18, so not too bad, could be worse. Litecoin $63.55, looking pretty decent. I think Litecoin's still a pretty decent time to buy, my opinion. And ADA 33 cents is still a sleeping coin in my opinion. Dogecoin 10 cents, not too bad. All right, that's really it. Nothing really jumping out at me over here. All right, crypto bubbles, what's the biggest loser of the day? Man, looks like everything's down today, huh? Biggest loser though, 7.3 over here. Teo BitTensor, look at that, 298 bucks if anybody's into that. There you go, fire sale today. 7.3% down on the day. Kaspa down 6.3%. Injective down 7.1 over here, $18.41. We got, let's see, Brett, if anybody's into the meme coin on this is the Coinbase meme coin, right? Brett, this one, 7 cents if anybody's into that. Let's see, that's really, yeah, I mean, nothing's really jumping out at me. Everything's kind of just down, but FTM Phantom is up today. Look at that, 51 cents. It looks like it's actually up 4.2%. We got Sui up 1.9 to $1.11. Tron is actually up as well, 1.3%. Look at that, 14, almost 15 cents. Nice. All right, flashbang fear and greed index, let's see. We got a 39 over here. Look at this, yesterday was neutral. Everything was kind of pumping yesterday, not gonna lie. Everything was kind of pumping. Yeah, 39, man. This is, I mean, again, slow climb is what we want. We want a slow climb all the way through September into October, November. We want things to start lifting off, so we're gonna have to see what happens there, but nonetheless, let's get over to CoinGecko. Let's see, top 10 coins by coin market cap over on CoinGecko. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, USDC, XRP, Lotto Staked Ether, Dogecoin, and Toncoin in 10th place. We have Tron in 11th place at a $12.9 billion market cap, and Cardano actually in 12th place at $11.9 billion market cap. Sorry, I'm exhausted today if you guys haven't noticed. this is, words are hard this morning. All right, let's see. Litecoin 24th place over here. Near Protocols in 25th. Kaspa's in 26th place. Not too bad, still holding top 30. Kaspa, again, mainnet launched actually yesterday, so it's pretty awesome. This is the mainnet overall numbers, I guess. Casplex at a glance. Again, I'm on the mainnet right here. You can check out the testnet stuff as well, but it says gas fees paid over 20 million, kind of crazy. And then it says number of KRC-20 transactions have been 12 million. We have 149 tokens that have been deployed on Casplex KRC-20. Kind of crazy, huh? Kind of crazy. Oh snap, Kaspa pool just paid out. Andrew Masad, really nice, man. Did I hear you received something special in the mail on Saturday? Yes. Are you talking about my play button? Yes, I got my play button. Or are you talking about the I peed in the pool hat from 56? Oh, if you guys didn't see, Mr. Mining Saturday Night Live, Mr. 56 got me a hat that says I pee in pools for my birthday. That was on Friday, so thank you for that. But yeah, it was either that or the play button you're talking about, but I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. We hit 100,000 subs. You guys are amazing. All right, real quick, let's look at the Kaspa block rewards. This is hero miners, right? So let me scroll down a little bit. Let me load more. Things are freaking wild. I mean, that's still kind of up there, right? But I think, let's see, what time was this? Oh my god, so many blocks, so many blocks. All right, so the typical block rewards like 96, right? 96, and these things were getting like, there was thousands being hit on blocks yesterday. Like, look at this, 427 block reward. It's friggin' nuts. Like, pool mining, you're making so much more than you actually you know, would make on a normal basis. Like DJ made like 4 times the amount on his what was it, the what do you have, the KA3 or something? At one point I was projected to make like $100 a day on my KS0s. Like, it's insane. I'm like, what? This is wild. I don't know how many more it's gonna load, but yeah, dude, like 400 looks like the highest we've seen right now, but I know it was way more yesterday morning. Yesterday morning when it actually launched, it was like in the thousands on these freaking block rewards. It was crazy. This is 10 p.m. last night. I'm not going to scroll through all this. This is crazy, but you guys can see block rewards. The normal again is like 96, so you're about 4 times more. Oh, look at this one. Here we go. 959 Kaspa. 959. Dude, it's crazy how nuts these block rewards went on pool mining. That's so nuts. And I'm gonna be honest, I swapped all my stuff over to hero miners because I assumed that the bigger the pool, the faster blocks you'd hit, the more rewards you'd get. So that's kind of why I did it. But typically, yeah, there was a 13k block. Was it really? Dude, I believe it. It was freaking insane yesterday morning. All right, you know what, I'm just gonna keep loading them, I guess. I probably should have did this before the stream, but I apologize. I want to see where it was yesterday morning, and we're only at 5 p.m. so bear with me. I wish I had elevated music. Max, can I borrow your countdown music? Can you send it to me, please, in Discord? Just kidding. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's starting to get wild now. 800, 800, 800, 700, 900. Goddamn. Holy shit. There we go. 1,000 or 1,100. Jesus. I want to see. 9 a.m. yesterday now. Oh, there we go. In the 2,000 I just saw. Oh, there, dude, look at this one. 3,000. Can you guys see this? Let me zoom in a bit. Oh god, this is gonna kill me, isn't it? I just ruined it. Yeah, I can't zoom in anymore. Sorry guys. All right, look at this. Oh damn. 2,500. Oh, this one 49.79 for a block reward on this one. Jesus. Again, this is on the pool on hero miners. All right, so this is the normal. All right, so this is when the pools start getting hit right here, right? So we got 96 block reward, 87, 92, 88, 93, right? And then it starts getting into the hundreds, and then it's like things just started waking up. 220, then 769, 3,203, 2236. Dude, the block rewards were fucking insane. Look at this one, almost 5,000. Almost 5,000 Kaspa. Bruh. Dude, that's crazy. Perfect. People went nuts yesterday. That's insane. I guess Steven Cicero is saying there was a 13,000 block reward. I believe it, to be honest. I believe it, but man, yeah, the amount of tokens deployed, 149. I guess it cost you like, what was it, 1,000 Kaspa for a token or something? Is that what you were saying, Crypto KJ, yesterday to Panda in his stream? I was listening, I wasn't chatting, but pretty crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's where everything came from, right? All right, let's move on to the mining segment of things, and yeah, go from there. Let's see what we're looking like today on these miners. Let me refresh this real quick, make sure we're at 10 cents. We are. All right, the AL1 Pro 16.6 terahash unit over here making 96.58 a day. We got the AL1 15.6 terahash unit making $90.75 a day. This is still good, but at the same time, Bitmain, the amount of money they're making off the Timmies, it's kind of sad. It is kind of sad because Ice River dropped the hammer on their brand new AL3, listed at like 11 grand or 12 grand or something crazy, and this thing, people just paid like 40 G's for it. And look at this, 15 terahashes, $86, $87 a day basically. That's a big 100%, and that's a kick in the nuts to a lot of the miners. It's kind of like you guys don't, it's kind of like Bitmain doesn't give a shit about you or your feelings. That's pretty much how it is though. It's cutthroat business. It's how it goes, man. See how much money they can make, how much money you guys willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? It's sad and unfortunate, but it is what it is. So yeah, I don't know, hopefully they make their money back though. That's a big hope. And you're not going to be able to return things, unfortunately, if anybody bought those, so it's kind of sucks. But anyways, all right, Dragon Ball miner A11 over here, 3.2 terahash unit. This is a Radiant miner over here, $71.56 a day. And I just noticed all the Kaspa miners are coming back to the top of the charts. Look at this. Hell yeah, that's sick. All right, we got the Bitmain Antminer KS5 Pro 21 terahash unit over here, making $48.48 a day. We get the KS5 20 terahash unit making $46.17. KS5M 15 terahash unit is making $31.87. The KS5L 12 terahash unit projected to make $23.86. Look at that. The Gold Shell AL1M, this is a lithium miner server rack style, 4.4 terahashes at $23 a day, almost $24 a day. Crazy. Dragon Ball miner KS6 Pro 11 terahash unit making $20 a day, 2071 to be exact. BMKS Max 10.5 terahash unit making 1986 a day. We got the Antminer L9 Dogecoin and Litecoin script miner. You guys can triple mine with bells on this as well, but you're making about $17.97 a day, again after 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Pretty sick. KS3 9.4 terahash unit. I think this is what my buddy DJ Mines got, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if the terahash is exact, but I think that's what you got, right? KS3 DJ, let me know. $16.68 a day. Dude, that's sick, because these things were freaking shit. They were like $4 a day. Perfect. The other day, no joke. So yeah, you get like 4x on that. That's sick. Actually, you could have this one too, but still, nonetheless, they're still about 4x up from where they were. That's crazy. The KS3 8.3 terahash units, $14.50. And then the ice, oh no, you know what, you might have this one. You probably have this one, the 8 terahash unit, the KS3 ice river. That's right, 3200 watts. I think this is the one you got, DJ, right? $13.67 at 10 cents per kilowatt hour you'll be getting profit wise. Crazy. It's still, I mean, again, these things were like, they were peanuts. It was like $3 or $4 a day the other day. Insane. KS3M 6 terahash unit. Finally, look at this, almost $8 a day, dude. Sick. That's great. That's great to see things coming back. I hope KRC-20 holds up, man. And I guess it's KRC-20 doesn't really have anything to do with the Kaspa team itself, right? It's a layer 2 on top of Kaspa, but it gives it a sick use case, right? And that's what we need. That's what this coin needed to have a nice push, right? You need some sort of ecosystem, and that's, besides like the maxis and everybody that just loves Kaspa for being Kaspa, it's nice to have actual utility on the coin, right? So it's kind of cool. I can't wait to get like hopefully some new mineable forks of it and all that stuff. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. Mine the ASICs way off. Let's see. Yes, Ice River KS3 yields about 255 Kaspa a day, about $42 this. Holy shit, nice. Perfect. Yeah, that was yesterday though, right? So today's probably gonna be a bit less, if I had to guess. I don't think the hype's gonna hold up. That's just my opinion on the block rewards. Let me see. Let's scroll back up. Again, this is only hero miners, right? But it seems things are coming back down to earth, right? But I mean, let's be real. If we're looking at overall, let me see. All right, so you guys can see the rewards right here a little bit better, right? So things coming back down to earth. Okay, normal block rewards about 96, or maybe it's 87 now. With the emissions, it's probably 87. I think 87 is probably legit. Yeah, so 87 seems to be a low number, right? So 87 times 2, about 170 or so, right? Roughly. Okay, so that's 2x, right? 3x, you're into the 200s, right? So almost a 3x right now on the yield. 2 to 3x, right? So it's pretty yeah, I mean, you're still getting a little bit more money than you typically would, but it's not like the 4,000 block reward like it was yesterday. Like yesterday was crazy. Yesterday was crazy. So if you didn't have your machines on yesterday, sorry you missed out, Timmy. I'm sorry, but it's still yeah, it's pretty neat. All right, let's see real quick. Where's my L7? My L7 today. Shout out to Terra Hosting. If you guys are interested in hosting, links in the description. 9050. I got this thing down there, making $6.51 a day. Again, 10 cents per kilowatt hour is what I'm paying down there, and it's actually might be less now. I don't remember, but whatever, is what it is. Yeah, this thing's been profitable throughout the entire bear market. I can't run that thing at my house, so is what it is. Let's see, nothing really I also want to look at besides the KS0 Pro. So all right, so here's a good example. This thing yesterday or the other day, I forget, I think it was this one. I think I was losing 2 cents a day. I am pretty positive I was losing 2 cents a day on the KS0 Pro, 200 gigahashes at 100 watts, and now it's at 30 cents or 29 cents a day. So there you go. Perfect. That's like a fucking 10x at least on the profits, which is cool. So that's neat. It's way better than it was. So again, shout out to KRC-20 for bringing some life back to these miners, because that's it was pretty shitty seeing those rewards go down super fast. Check VIP when you get a second. All right, let me see. Hold on, I gotta open Discord. Give me 1 second. Of course, that's the update. All right, well, while it's doing that, let's check out GPUs over here. We got the RTX 4090 mining Pyron, Carlson and Pyron. Look at this. And BlockX are Pyron. All right, so you guys got 3 coins to choose from. Let's see what's Pyron looking like today. PYI up 2.43%. It's creeping on 2 cents. Let's see. 7 day. All right, it's climbing. It's climbing. Maybe not. Maybe not. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, what was the other one? Carlson, KLS. 5% today. Not bad. 5.1. 7 days. Yeah, it's a bit choppy though. I wonder if it's just because everybody's getting off these. I don't know why you would. Not going to be mining Kaspa on your GPUs, right? And then is it BLOK? No. BlockX? What is it? I forget. How do you spell it? Oh, is it BLOCX? Yeah, that's what it is. BLOCX. All right, let's see. 6 cents, 1.3%. Doesn't look like it's having any sort of rip, but I guess that's the most profitable for the GPU, so that's that. All right, let me see what you're saying over here, Mr. Crypto KJ, you son of a bitch. Oh, I hate you so much. Hold on, how do I oh, there we go. Yeah, this is from Saturday night. This is the IP and Pools hat. I had to put it on. I could not put it on. It was a gift. I had to wear it. IP and Pools. Anybody didn't know. Is that what you wanted me to look at? I'm assuming it's the first thing I saw when I opened it. I'm assuming that's it. That's a riot. That's great. All right, anyways, let's see. Lithium's network hash rate looks like it's at almost 12 petahashes, a little over 11 and a half actually, 11.59 hash rate. Crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, now I can kill Discord. Thanks. Ruining my morning, Crypto KJ, you son of a bitch. Oh, god damn it. You want me to all right, did I not see what you wanted me to see over there? I don't know if I did. Again, shout out to Casplex. This is the main net. If you guys haven't noticed or haven't seen it, again, this is the number of, let me refresh this actually. Number of transactions. KRC-20 transactions, 12 million. We got 21 million Kaspa paid in gas fees and 149 tokens deployed. Let me see. Crypto KJ, I'm not sure. Oh shit, that was in the wrong spot. That was in the wrong. I embarrassed myself for nothing. God damn it. This is what he wanted me to show you. This is it. Ah, look at this block reward. Holy shit. So dude, 1 point. Jesus Christ. This is 13,000 Kaspa block reward. Holy hell. That's crazy. Was that last night? That was last night. Wait, yeah, that was last night. What in the hell? That shit still was happening last night? This is military time, right? God damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crypto KJ, thank you for that, actually. All right, let's get into the news segment of things. I got a few things I want to watch today. We got to get through these. So we're having a rate cut this week, supposedly, right? On the 18th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Markets should trade well into the FOMC meeting and for a few weeks after, says Fundstrat's Tom Lee over here on CNBC television. Let's do it, guys. Hit that like button, please. Appreciate you for hanging out. Let's do it.
Let's break down today's action with our first guest, Fundstrat Global Advisors co-founder and CNBC contributor, Tom Lee. Tom, the small caps that I know you're watching closely had a good day. But, I mean, is it September or is it not September, right? We had a rough start, and now some of that's in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, I mean, I think if viewers are sort of confused, I think that's what the next 8 weeks are going to be like into Election Day. I think it's a very challenging period because no one can have conviction until they really know who's in the White House. But there are some positive sort of supports coming into play, and next week is the Fed meeting. We know the Fed is going to make some cuts. And with the inflation data being supportive and the labor markets needing some support, I think it's going to give the market some confidence. So I think we do kind of trade well into that meeting and maybe even the week or two after. Does
the market need a 50 basis point cut to stay within that 5,300 to 5,700 range that you think we're going to bounce around in?
You know, I think that a 25 or 50 has both hawkish or dovish implications.
Right.
So I think it's ultimately whether Fed Chair Powell comes across as this is the start of a cycle where they're confident that we're moving back towards neutral. And whatever number they make is actually quite dovish and positive. But if it seems like this is dragging along the FOMC members, and then there's even concerns about a hard landing, then I think the market can view anything they do as negative. I think it's going to come out positive, though. But
I mean, it seems like the Fed chatter would be in that direction. They didn't want people to get too excited about too much in terms of rate cuts. But now that they're there, it seems like they're signaling that they're kind of on a path.
Yes, that's right. But, from a market's perspective, I think that they'd like to see the Fed sort of acknowledge that inflation is moving back as a secondary concern, and supporting labor markets while not in a recession is incredibly important. So I think that you're right. There's a chance that this could all be interpreted negatively if the Fed seems really reluctant to cut.
Most people ought to be investors, not traders. So are we up against, whether we're talking about the Fed or even about the election, a potential narrative shift in the markets or no?
I think in the near term, we're losing visibility. And, when you don't have visibility, people get scared and they sit on their hands. But over the next 12 months, I think investors should be pretty confident. When the Fed has cut rates while in a soft landing or no landing, the win ratio or markets higher 6 months, 9 months, 12 months later is almost 100%. And we also know post-election markets almost always rally. So the November, December looks pretty good. And I think the policies of both candidates is good enough for markets to do well next year. So I think we might have turbulence now, but it looks pretty good after that.
Now, back to that turbulence. For people who are trading, it's been a weird September because usually when the month starts bad, it's bad. But we have this situation. How do you read it?
Well, yeah, you're right. If you took the 10 worst first week of September, it's like the 10 times the September was down 2.5% or more. 10 out of 10 times the market never finished positive.
For the month?
For the month. In fact, if you took the 20 worst first weeks of September, 20 out of 20, September was a down month.
Oh, wow.
So, however, 3 out of 10 times from the fifth day, which would have been Monday, to the end of the month, you actually clawed back gains. You just didn't finish the month positive. So I think it's a strange seasonal.
It's kind of neat.
I might just say, to me, next week is more important because it's the Fed and the put coming into play, and that might be the dominant factor for the rest of the month, and that could be quite a support for markets.
So let's talk about some broader issues, particularly mega caps versus small caps. We saw a big comeback for NVIDIA. We saw really some continued flexing strength from the likes of Apple, which is now, I would say, firmly on top in the market cap race, such as it is. And then we've seen small caps struggle more than some might have hoped. So today is an exception. Which is more influential in this market?
They're both important, and they reflect different investor views. I think you still always want to own the best companies in the most important themes. I mean, that's NVIDIA and that's Apple. And they're going to really work over any cycle. But when the market begins to believe the Fed is going to move rates back towards neutral, and that's both cost of money, mortgages, auto loan rates, you know, these are really big tailwinds for cyclical stocks and small caps in particular. So I think that's why I'd still want to make a very educated bet with high probability that small caps could do very well the next 12 months and even between now and year end.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Moving on. Very bearish on oil. Analyst Paul Snanke says sees more pain ahead for crude oil. Let's see what you got to say over here again on CNBC television.
Oil settling modestly lower today, but it's higher for the week. WTI seeing its first positive week in 5, while Brent locked in its first positive week in 4. Our next guest expects more pain, though, in the oil pits. Our oil analyst, Paul Sankey, runs Sankey Research, is gracious enough to join us here on set. Paul, welcome as always. So you think the pressure is going to be on for the foreseeable future for oil?
I think compared to what you guys are all debating, the big concern in oil is China. So we have a major issue here. You know, China sneezes, oil catches a massive cold. And as you know, China has, over the last 20 years, been responsible for 40% of global oil demand growth. And it's not looking that good. So that's that. And then everything else that you're talking about, yeah, applies to the US oils, which obviously is everything you're saying about cutting interest rates and everything else. So it looks pretty rough just simply because we're oversupplied. You know, so demand is just weakening at the margin. Demand overall is outstanding, huge. But there's just too much supply. There's too much oil, too much US natural gas, too much refining, too much chemicals. So we like utilities.
You like utilities?
No, wait for the rest of the show. Come on.
The trade we were going to talk about would be PBF. So you might have a swing at a refiner at a dumb time. Just because it doesn't feel a smart thing to do. You should probably buy a refiner in January. But we're pretty scrambling around to find stuff to buy in oil right now, for sure.
It sounds like the biggest factor for you, though, is whether or not demand in China continues to deteriorate. So as an oil analyst, I'm curious, what data points out of China do you look for, or anywhere, to give you some more clues about the demand picture there?
It's fascinating. We had, you guys know Ed Morse. He was on my call, my weekly call a couple of days ago. We were asking big long-only managers, how do you get your information on China? And, there isn't good information on China. Right. You just have to kind of believe what they say, a bit like the Russians. And if they're talking, they're lying. Not so much in China. In China...
I heard that.
In China, it's just extremely difficult to really establish, especially with the way they play inventories and everything else. So, that's just a huge oil problem as it stands. So, yeah, we're pretty bearish. And also, seasonally, as I'm referencing with the refiners, it's not a great time.
So, Paul, we were talking about people that are forced, or managers that are forced to kind of deploy money. You can't be sitting in cash.
Right.
And for those managers that have to, mimic some type of index, or at least have some, some of their investments in the energy space, where within that complex do you think is the most defensive, given the macro view that you have?
I've been covering Exxon for 30 years. I've said I haven't seen this company in such good position as it's been for 30 years, since Lee Raymond, 25 years ago. So Exxon looks outstanding. They've done everything right, and that's obviously an extremely defensive play. The only remaining truly integrated global oil company, and that's about as defensive as we can get. We still like a couple of the Permian names, because FANG or Permian Resources, where you need to be access to that resource as a global mega theme. And the market's kind of buying natural gas stocks here relative to natural gas, the commodity. And we're like, this is not going to be a good 25 for natural gas, nor even possibly 26 for natural gas. So I think our hiding place are the most obvious ones, which would be like an Exxon. We like midstream, so we get the yield from an Energy Transfer or from an enterprise product partners. Stuff like that looks good to us as well. But it's a super defensive book for us.
So there's another side to your long PBF, and that's short Oxy.
Yeah, well, as you know, one of the big themes of the media market, if you want, has been Warren Buffett and whether or not he's buying or selling. And of course, Buffett had bought Oxy very systemically once it got below $58 a share, and he just literally stopped dead, and the stock just went through the floor. And the multiple looks high to us, so I think it's a fairly easy short for us. Yeah. So the famous pair trade I was going to have for you would be long PBF, short Oxy.
Interesting. All right. Anyways, moving on to the videos of the day. Let's get into Mr. Lark Davis. Crypto holders, the time has come. This is rate cut week. He's going to be talking about it here. He dropped this video like 4 hours ago. So let's see what he's got to say.
The time has come.
I'm going to speed this up a little bit too.
It's rate cut week, baby. And let me know, are you going to be cracking a bottle of champagne to celebrate, or nailing a bottle of scotch to soothe over the pain of the coming dark times? We're going to be talking about that in today's video. What the heck is going on with the rate cuts this week? We also have some altcoin news, the latest on Bitcoin. Surprise, surprise, rejected again from a massive zone of resistance. Breaking that down for you as well in today's video. Let's hop straight into this and get going. So the rate cuts, man, the Federal Reserve is now likely to cut interest rates by 50 basis points at this week's meeting. That's what the market is currently pricing in, a 57% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut. Only 43% now at 25 basis points. Very, very interesting how the market is looking at this right now. Fajao here saying the cuts this week could well be a sell the news event on a short-term basis for your frame, because anything above the 6 months, you really shouldn't be caring too much about that. And I agree with that. When we see so much anticipation coming in from the markets on this rate cut event, we've been talking about it nonstop, and the stock markets are a hair away from hitting new highs. Maybe they rally into a new high this week, but expect volatility around this event, okay? And look, crypto's way behind the key market indexes right now. Bitcoin's still in a downtrend. More than that in a second.
Crypto KJ says he has a Max browser, and I had no idea what he was talking about until I looked at the top of the screen and I could see all these little symbols of tabs he has open.
Ethereum, Ethereum, man, so bad, so bad. But in terms of stocks and how the market might look at risk on, risk off attitudes, expect a bit of volatility around this event, regardless of how it plays out. Long term, I keep on the thesis that this will be a bullish rate cut, from the perspective that when we have rate cuts outside of a recessionary environment, which is currently the case, then they're bullish. So we shall see. We shall see. Although, for all those who are thinking perhaps September is going to be, we still have 2 weeks to go for September, guys. It's a long time, okay? But for those who are thinking, well, perhaps September is going to break the pattern. Well, Fund Strats Tom Lee have said 10 of the worst starts to September are shown in the table, not including 2024, which ranks as one of the worst. Every single time September started this way, the market finished in the red for the month.
Crazy. We just heard him say that, actually, and he even talked about the last 20 Septembers.
Adding into the seasonality of September being often wrecked-tember, but October will be Uptober. So all we have to do is hold on a few more weeks, guys, according to seasonality.
Who else freed up some money for October? Is anybody be investing into cryptos, and what are you going to be choosing, I guess, to invest money in? What do you guys think? Let me know.
Game of trades here. This rare signal is only triggered 4 times since 1990. Each time it signaled further market gains. Further market gains. This time is not different. So it's particularly about small cap performance relative to the S&P 500. So essentially, what this means is that we're going to be seeing a situation where small caps start outperforming. Okay, so in that scenario, we see more upside action, more risk on attitudes towards riskier assets. That should capture crypto within the bubble of risk attitudes, liquidity going up, all that kind of stuff that we're currently looking at right now in markets. Hey, real quick shout out to today's sponsor, and then we're going to do
Sneaky little shit. Not going to be sponsoring nothing.
Again, who could have seen this coming? Yeah, anyway. Still in a MACD uptrend, but you got to keep in mind, we are facing a monumental monstrosity of resistance right here. The 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day here, the 100-day, the bull market support band, the 62K level. It's all mega resistance, all lining up in this very, very tight area. Key support lies just below us. Obviously, you want to see this continuing to hold, where we keep putting in higher values, right? We'll keep putting in higher values as we rise up and start to see crypto grinding higher. We shall see. We shall see. Very tight range of Bitcoin stuck in now between this mega area of price resistance and our key area of price support down here on 52K. So let's see how Bitcoin continues to grind out for the rest of the month. 9,200 Bitcoin taken off exchanges just yesterday. The accumulation continues at unprecedented.
All for you miners, you've had 8 YouTube ads already in this stream. 8? That's insane. Why? That's weird. I haven't changed anything. That's weird as hell.
Unprecedented levels, meaning that all this, whether you like to admit it or not, even though yes, it is a downtrend because we keep putting in lower peaks, lower valleys, right?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. YouTube Premium is so worth it for people that like hate ads. Oh, it drives me nuts. I pay the $13 a month. It is beyond the most worth it thing I've ever spent $13 on in my life, because I watch literally so much YouTube. It's insane. And obviously I'd be having ads in between people's videos that I watch. I love YouTube Premium. It's perfect. And honestly, you could actually blacken your phone screen and like put it in your pocket and still listen to YouTube stuff like a podcast. It's neat when you have Premium.
It's all downtrend. Even though it's all downtrend.
0 ads too, yeah.
We're still seeing massive accumulation happening because the big money knows that these prices will not last forever. And if it goes down, those same big money players are just going to buy more. Because at some point, the Bitcoin rocket ship lifts off. And when it does, it ain't coming back here, guys. No.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they had YouTube music too. Yeah.
This pretty crazy from Neste says 8 years in crypto. I don't think I've ever seen a setup this gosh darn explosive. It's very, very interesting chart. So this is, of course, Bitcoin USD on the top. Second, we have crypto fear and greed index bouncing out of max fear zones. Next, we have Bollinger Band width bouncing back out of the major contraction zone, indicating, of course, volatility coming. Stochastic RSI way down here. Some 3-day charts, by the way. Stochastic RSI way down here, about to start trending back up. Regular RSI, of course, we see the lower peaks that keep coming in here. We're about to potentially break out of that downtrend. Global liquidity roaring higher. Gold roaring higher. The setup has never been better.
Seriously, that setup was actually perfect. That setup right there was perfect. Everything is stupid low. These are stupid high. It's going to force money into crypto. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Roaring higher. The setup has never been better. Meanwhile, Ethereum. My Ethereum bags, man. Come on, Ethereum. When are we going to do it, man? When are we going to do it? Gosh,
is that the prices, right?
What an underperforming asset this thing has been, especially since the ETFs. Is just what a slap in the face. Anyway, Ethereum is at its 200-week moving average. For context, Bitcoin, the same measure, put it at $39,000. What an insult to my portfolio. You've been Ethereum. I know, like Ethereum's up like 10x. You know, I can't complain too much when it really comes down to it, guys. Okay, I've been holding Ethereum for a while now. I've used all kinds of airdrops and stuff that made even more money. But still, that's crazy. Massive underperformer so far this cycle.
Ethereum really is extremely underperforming. But again, it's up on my portfolio too. It's not much, but like it's still up, you know. I'm going to hold it because I still think it's going to do good things.
But altcoins more broadly are gearing up for some exciting stuff. Mercury here saying, seems like a lot of people forgot how easily crypto can go from being obnoxiously boring to incredibly active. And that's exactly what happens. One day you're going to come in, log in, and it's like, holy crap, I need to FOMO into everything. I'm missing out. Everyone else is getting wildly rich and I'm not. What have I been doing? Why am I sidelined? Why didn't I risk more? Why didn't I bet more? That's going to happen to all of us at some point. Probably not so some future. Trader XO here, understand the context and everything else should flow in your favor. Different stages of the market cycle. Best time to start buying, best time for selling. So are we in an accumulation stage right now? Likely. Right? So here we are. This is where most altcoins are right now. Think about that. Most altcoins are here. We had a nice markup.
Dude, so many altcoins there. Like look at Cardano. Look at like Litecoin. Anything that's 80% down, ETC. All these coins that like we mine or would buy on a normal basis. Like, dude, everything is so low right now. It's crazy.
We had distribution, had marked down. Now we're back in accumulation for all kinds of major assets. And if you feel like you've missed out, you have not missed out, man. There are so many coins out there right now that have almost seen full gosh darn resets. Here's a few examples that HDF is sharing here. Prime basically come all the way back down to early 2024 levels. We have Celestia, more on that in a second, but basically right back to very, very early levels, sitting currently at a key zone of price support around 450. Crazy stuff here, guys. We've seen a lot of these charts just completely reset, basically. Meanwhile, fundamentals, again, never been better. Helium becoming the biggest crypto data network in the world, rapidly scaling. Estimated $50 million in fee generation. That's crazy, dude.
Does anybody have anything to do with Helium Mobile? Let me know. The Helium Mobile's been killing it.
That's crazy. What's going on? Phantom, of course, love my Phantom bags. I really feel like this has got that potential to be a big breakout story later this year as we see the Sonic upgrade being fully rolled out. There's a lot of potential here for this to take off in a major. Of course, I own Phantom. If you want to see my current portfolio holdings, my private sale investments, all that kind of stuff, link down below in the description as always, or the pinned comment over on X. You also find a risk statement there because investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. Okay. But Phantom, man, it's a sleeper. I have a feeling this thing's going to break out in a major way later this year. That's what my money's betting on anyway, not financial advice, obviously. Mike Polito, Aave outperforming the other DeFi blue chips right now. Anyone have a good explanation for why? My explanation would be that unlike most of the other coins, Maker is interesting. Maker does capture value for its users, especially with all the new upgrades and stuff going on. I think there's a lot more value there for Maker DAO. But look, Uni, if you're betting on Uni, you're simply betting on hoping they turn the fee switch on at some point, which they haven't done since 2020 when they dropped the damn coin. It's been years. Maybe now is finally the time, but they could have done it years ago. And Uni would have actually been one of the best damn DeFi coins in the entire market. But instead, all these other coins have come out, eaten into their market share. Oh, now you're finally going to throw some bones to the starving dogs that have been holding your Uni governance crap coin for all these years. Uni, I have zero interest in. When they turn on fee sharing, then I've got time for the Uniswap token. But who knows when that's going to happen, if it ever happens, okay? Lido, same boat, man. Useless governance token. I know there's been talks about fee sharing and stuff like that. None of that's come to pass yet. So why Lido and UD underperforming? Obvious, because they're crap, because they're governance tokens. I have time for them if they start giving real value back to token holders, but that's not happening in a substantive way yet, okay? Aave, though, Aave has plans to do even more of that. So I understand why Aave has been outperforming. By the way, I've been talking about Aave over in the Discord. You can sign up to the, go and check it out. Interesting, been very strong performance, breaking out of a massive accumulation zone, as you can see right here. Huge accumulation zone, but going for a long time here, just starting to break out. And I know some people are, well, it's so late, Lark. It was $70 a few weeks ago. It's up 100% now. I've not taken position in Aave yet. I've considered it, and I may still. But it's at a very interesting place right now where if we see a good break above sort of 150, 152 with some daily candles, not wicks, but actual daily candles, it could see a bit of a time to run. They're up to some key price targets beyond that. Retest at 115 wouldn't be crazy. Falling back into the accumulation zone, probably an interesting spot for long-term bag buyers. Celestia. This has been a hated coin for a variety of reasons. Chris here says, still longing Celestial haters spinelessly pile onto the downside momentum. Says Celestia recovers. It's not me that will be haunted by the thought of instead of jeering, I could have been buying Celestia under $5. Don't have a bag of Celestia, but it is a good point. People tend to most hate on assets when the price is low, when it's exactly the wrong time to be a hater of the asset. I'm not saying T is a good buy here or not. It's an interesting case study because a lot of people will fall into this trap. Well, the price is down, so now the tech must be shit. Now the market relevance must be shit. Now the use and Celestia is a great example of something where the metrics have been exploding higher. Price, not so much, right?
Cardano, same way. Same way. I'm actually going to end it there because I don't really feel like listening to him just ramble on about nothing. But we're going to move into some charting stuff. But yeah, Cardano, 80% down. And it's like all they're doing is creating stuff on the network itself, right? So, I mean, it's probably going to do great things in this bull run. All right, moving on to over here, Altcoin Daily. He's actually talking to Mr. Crypto Face himself. History is repeating. The great reset of 2024 just started. This is this guy created Market Cipher, and he's a very good trader. So I kind of am interested to see what he has to say over here. So I'm going to speed it up a bit, but let's do it.
Bitcoin and crypto, we invited the devil to dance with the ETFs and stuff like that. We all started out hating on all of them. We're all screaming decentralized, decentralized. But when we take the money, that tune kind of changes, you know?
History is repeating, at least according to expert trader CryptoFace.
Where we are right now is where this green dotted line is. This is the current money flow. And if we just go into the past, what happened during the last times with the money flow? So boom, when we were at that exact point, and then here when the money flow was right there at the same point, and right here when it was last time also at the same point.
What comes next for Bitcoin's price? Today, we follow the money.
Look at what the smart money's doing.
Smash the like button. I think that you should send this video to a trusted friend. It's time for a market reset. CryptoFace, you have made a lot of money trading Bitcoin. Where will Bitcoin be by Christmas? Christmas, I'm going to be sitting across from my father again, and he's going to say, how is Bitcoin doing? And I want to say, Bitcoin's having a Merry Christmas. But I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. I want you to tell me where you think Bitcoin will be by Christmas.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that. So I'm going to pull up, there's really two dates left in the rest of the year. Those two dates are the Fed rate cut and then the election. It's pretty much impossible to know what's going to happen for the election. But with the Fed cut, the last time we had a rate cut was during COVID in March, and the price of Bitcoin dropped 60%. And so I do see a scenario where people are immediately bullish, woohoo, right? We're cutting the rates, and then boom, it gets sold pretty hard rate down. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. So just to show you real quick. So this is 2020, February, March, and this was the last time the Fed cut rates. And this is Bitcoin. It dropped 60%. Not saying that's what's going to happen this time, but hopefully it doesn't happen. But actually, to be honest with you, when the price goes down and we have a dump, you know, when the price dumps, we can get more of it. So my outlook for the rest of the year, let me zoom in a little bit here. And if we just kind of just draw a rough support and resistance, we're kind of floating in between.
Real rough support and resistance.
The end of the year is right here. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit and tell you what I'm really thinking. So here's what I'm thinking for at least through the end of the year. I told you about following the money. So this green and red wave down here, this is our money flow indicator. It tracks when money's coming in and if money's going out of the asset pair. And right now we have been in the green and we love this curvature, but it's curving down. And so if I was looking for bullish price action on Bitcoin, it would worry me a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to assumptive draw what would probably be the closest, what it would probably look like. So if I draw a line like this, let's say this money flow is going to come down, come into the red, and maybe start coming up like this, right? Just a simple assumption. I then take the measuring tool and I measure from today's date to that point. And this says 315 days, okay? Just to kind of give you an example of what I'm doing here. So let's say if this was back in 2022 and we were right here with the money flow, these little green lines say we're at the same point right here. I say, oh, I think it's going to do this and come down and maybe go like this, right? Well, this was the bottom. And so that was, 343 days. So about a year. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think
Damn, so that'd be December next year, right? He's thinking roughly a year from today, well, like around now, right? So it'd be like October, November, December next year. Damn.
We'll probably have a year of grinding slowly to the downside with volatility. So the price can move up and down, but to the downside. And I want to actually show you something else here, man. So where we are right now is where this green dotted line is. This is the current money flow. And if we just go into the past, what happened during the last times with the money flow? So boom, when we were at that exact point, and then here when the money flow was right there at the same point, and right here when it was last time, also at the same point. So if I go back at the same points of money flow, we see that we have, okay, this was in 2022 in February, and the price kind of was coming down, flanged off, gave us one more kind of hopeful, oh, maybe it's not done yet. And then then it came down pretty hard, right? And then the time before that, we were hanging off a cliff at 6,000 going
Dude,
up.
who remembers this drop? I remember this drop very well. Very well.
Oh, maybe it's going to spike up like this. Nope, it's not coming back down to the to the bottom. And then I think there's one more time. This is back in this was before Bitcoin was invented 50 years ago. I don't know how they even charted it back then, but pretty much the same thing. This just kind of immediately fell off. Now it kind of teases us a little bit. So is past, does past things mean it's guaranteed in the future? No, but yeah, it does. History pretty much repeats itself. So I would say, if I'm a betting man, which I am, that we need to see some downward price action. Where it will go, nobody knows. Maybe 50,000, 40,000, 30,000. That question I can't really answer. There's a million charts you could probably find that give you amazing support lines where you can kind of guess.
You think 30,000 is on the table?
I'll tell you why I think it's on the table. A lot of money has come in, and really that money really came from the COVID printing, right? And so all the stock markets, all the markets really puffed up, real estate, everything was super injected. And we always print money. So we are print money high right now. And even though we always print money, there was nothing like that COVID time where we printed 30% of the total, amount of dollars we had.
It's insane.
And so that is baked into the price. And there is a lot of profits to be taken. Also, especially in Bitcoin, you always hear people say, when everyone's bearish, I'm bullish. When everyone's bullish, I'm bearish, right? Well, what is everyone bearish on right now? The dollar. Everyone is bearish on the dollar right now. And for good reason, But look at what the smart money's doing. Warren Buffett and all these other dudes, Tommy Tuberville, all the politicians, you know what they're doing, bro? They're selling, dude. They're selling hard. They're selling hard. When I go to my bank and, they try to sick 3 bankers on me, like, you have this cash, let's put it into money markets, let's put it into a stock account and stuff. I'm like, well, I get you're doing your job, but if you need 3 guys to try to convince me, it's probably not that good of an idea. If it's a good idea, it should only take one of you guys at Wells Fargo. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point.
I'm holding cash, man. I'm holding cash. I'm shorting and I'm just trading. I could be totally wrong. But if you truly,
I'm gonna be honest, he's not usually wrong. he's really not usually wrong.
Truly love Bitcoin and crypto and you believe in it, The truth is you should be excited for price reduction because then you can get more of it. And then there's real opportunity. What are you gonna do? Buy Bitcoin at 60,000? It goes to 120,000, you double your money? Come on, man. That's not gonna change anybody's life. You're gonna go into meme coin roulette. It's been worse than ever.
Meme coin roulette.
Worse than ever. You know, unless you're a creator, unless you made it, or you're maybe one lucky guy, you get wrecked. So I think we need a reset. And you know what? I'll show you one more thing. I'll show you one more thing here as well. So we have had a
the wife said all you thought Chump's mask back in the day was bad. Yeah, I didn't do the bandana thing and the glasses thing, but hey, whatever. To each his own. I thought he looks like Roaring Kitty kind of. I don't know why that GameStop guy. I think it's the headband. I feel like, did he wear a headband? Is that why I'm thinking that?
Decreasing money flow for years now, and I've pretty much ignored it.
Oh, damn.
Bitcoin's favorite number is 4 in patterns. 4 is an important number in so many ways. Music and the 4 cycle is kind of a real thing. The 4-year cycle, and we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, and each one's gotten a little bit smaller. The money flow arc is what I'm saying. And so to me, it would make sense if this money flow has to kind of come down hard a little bit, dump it hard, sweat everybody out, freak everybody out. You know, the house of cards kind of crumbles a little bit, and then we get to reset. You know, you make a lot more money trading a Bitcoin.
Dude, like, look, so back here, that's like right here, bingo. This is where it happened. This was like right after, this is COVID, I think, around COVID-ish area, right? I remember this dump too. Dude, this shit fell off a fucking cliff. That was terrifying. But look at the gains that happened right after. Like that's when the smart money jumped right back in as soon as this happened.
Coin price of 20,000 and 30,000, then you do 60 and 70,000. So I'm leaning bearish, bro. Could be wrong. We'll see what happens with the 2 major events remaining in the year.
So personally, I took some off the table and I'm holding it in USDC for USDT rather, for just to buy back in a new opportunity, right? And that's you guys always got to think about what's the best move for you, right? Like, you can hold some down, yeah, sure, but like, I want to have money on the sidelines to buy back in. So that's what I'm kind of planning on doing.
I appreciate you keeping it real with us, CryptoFace. Sounds like the Christmas is going to be cold this time. And it surprised me that you came on and say that, but is there any point in talking about when you think Bitcoin's going to break all-time highs and your future outlook for that? Or right now, are we waiting for it to kind of bottom and see how it plays out?
You know, and so, I kind of had 2 little theories that I've been wrestling with. One was like, if we're in ending some super cycle, how long does it take for a new super cycle, you know, to start as compared to a normal cycle? And I basically came to the conclusion that it probably takes the same time. You know, maybe we wait another year or 2 and time goes by. But there's always the possibility, you know, if things get real bad, it could be longer than that. Bitcoin and crypto, we invited the devil to dance with the ETFs and stuff like that. You know, we all started out hating on all of them, and you know, we're all screaming decentralized. And but when we take the money in, that tune kind of changes, you know, which is totally understandable. You know, I'm not you know, arguing against it, but we're a little more stuck to you know, to the standard markets. And so if things get bad and they get bad for a long time, you know, probably the price action will too. And Bitcoin works, whether it's a $1,000 price or a $50,000 price. What I love about crypto is being able to send money anywhere, how much, instantly, with no middleman. That is the true value. That's the real value. You know, when you go from trying to send someone like a Cash App, you know, or when you go from normal money to sending crypto, and when you do it on a regular basis, it's like night and day. It's night and day. It really is. And so we got that going for us. There's still going to be, you know, scammy stuff, and you know, it's hard protecting yourself. Self custody is not easy, dude. It's not. And but it is possible. But
I'm gonna be honest, the Tangent wallet, that's the reason I love it. It's so easy. I don't have to like charge a thing and plug it in. Like, it just works with my phone and it keeps my shit safe. That's why I like it.
Sending money anywhere, anytime, any place, fast, and whatever amount. That's what's valuable to me. You know, that's why I love, you know, Bitcoin and crypto and stuff. And so, but I'm gonna be trading it. It works no matter price. So we might have to sweat a little bit out. We came up a lot from 15K.
Crazy. Well, shout out to CryptoFace and Market Cypher. If you guys are interested, go check it out. He has his own channel, CryptoFace. Let me see. This is him. 229K subs. He has a bunch of, he does like a bunch of trading shit. So it's kind of neat. But yeah, guys, I mean, dude, crypto, just having the Tangent, and like, so like, I give my sister crypto because she cuts my hair. She's my barber, right? It just makes life so easy. Like I send her Kaspa, takes like 2 seconds, goes right to her wallet. It's like bing, bing. I got her a tangent for Christmas. It works perfect, right? But anyways, all right, recap segment of things. Anybody just joined, I got to get out of here. Daddy duty calls. Kid needs to get to school. We got Bitcoin, $58,761. We got Ethereum at 2310. Solana, 132 bucks. ADA is still 80% down from its all-time high, over 80% down. I think it's definitely a good time to buy. 33 cents, in my opinion. Don't listen to people on YouTube. Just saying. All right, you're all adults. Do what you want, not what somebody tells you. Litecoin, 63.25. We got Kaspa under 17 cents at 16.7. Personally, I took a little off the table yesterday with Kaspa, but I actually did have a hiccup, which was kind of aggravated me. I'm not gonna lie. Through Tangem, even though I love their wallet, it had nothing to do with them. It was the trading service, Changely, right? So they had like an issue with KRC swapping, right? With the whole KRC-20 mainnet BS. It was apparently clogging shit. I don't know. But I woke up this morning, the transaction went through, so it was fine. Like I still got my funds exactly where it was at when I went to trade it. But yeah, it hung it up for a little bit, so it was weird. So I guess they're going to be looking into being able to change the gas fees that you want to pay for the transaction, so you'll be able to increase them so they don't get stuck like that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's that. Near Protocol, I think is going to be a decent one. It's under $4 right now. You know, I kind of want to get some more because this is another one that's 80% down from its all-time high. And yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see on that one. Dogecoin, 10 cents. I mean, it only takes one person to tweet about Doge for that thing to freaking explode. So I still do hold some Doge. I have not sold any of mine, but I did sell my XRP because I'm sick of it being a soft porn. Gets you excited to do nothing always. If you know what I mean. It's terrible. Like I can't do it anymore. I'm so sick of it. So I held it for like 4 years. I'm just done. I'm done holding it. Nothing jumping out at me. Nothing's really changed on crypto. Bubbles, flashbang for you. Fear and Greed Index looking like a 39. Not too bad. It's yeah, just kind of, I don't know. We're floating there, man. We're floating there. We're gonna see what happens the next month, but this is what we need. Slow climb up into October. Hopefully December, November, all those months, you know, November, December rather, all hopefully they're all positive. But listening to the crypto face, that kind of makes me nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's yeah, that kind of sucks. But at the same time, listen, once another year, I'll be here streaming the same shit every day. You guys got nothing to worry about. And with that being said, appreciate you all for hanging out with me on the daily grind. You're all fantastic. I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 6:45, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, peace out. Have fun at work. I know you're not gonna, but you can try. Peace, peace.
She don't hawk to her, we don't talk to her.
I love titties.
Perfect.
Eat shit, Gary.